Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about reptilian fallen angel demons living underground, slaughtering humans. Reptilian demons, fallen angels living underground, slaughtering humans. And what made me want to do this is because from the last couple of my videos, I have been telling you that these things have taken human form and that they can mingle with humans and also have been loosed out of their prison from 1,000 years. Okay. The angel of God had chained and bound Satan up for thousands of years with the seal to seal them in prison. Now, since the 1,000 years is up, the seal has been broken to where these things have been loosed, and now they're in the government and everywhere else, controlling the idea of man to lure them away from God, lure them away from Jesus, and have this agenda to get people to do wicked against God. So they are very deceptive and very deceiving. Okay? So anybody that is telling you that there's no heaven or hell and that Jesus Christ is only for white and not black people, they are lying to you. Most of the time, they are the workers of the devil. Okay? They are the workers of the devil because God, Jesus Christ himself, came down in the flesh and died for everyone's sins. He died for everybody to reference him and to serve him as God and to look up to him, to turn away from their wicked ways, to come to him to go to heaven. But we have liars preaching against that. You see, they preaching a whole different story from what the Bible is written, like most of the time they do, to the reason why they're trying to mislead and misguide you. Okay? So I'm going to show you pictures and articles on this stuff. Those people that are against the Bible, they are going to lie with just their tongue, and they're not going to show you nothing about it. Okay? Me, I like to show you the evidence along with the Bible that show you how the Bible is telling the truth. While these people will lie and say it's not written in there or it's a contradiction because they don't know anything about the truth because they want to heed to a lie themselves. So the thing about it is that they want to lie instead of heed to the truth. Okay? Most witches do it because they hate upon God and they worship Lucifer. Lucifer is giving them the heads on to lie as much as possible against the king so people won't seek their salvation. Okay? So I'm going to show you this clip and show you that this is where hell is at. Told you guys that hell is down in the core of the earth. And this is why these reptilian demons were underground. Because where hell is at? In the core of the earth. Underground. Okay? That's why they dare. That's why they had so many cities down there. Because the angel at the time bounded them up. And now they are loose out of their prison from that seal that the angel that had bound it. Okay? So let's show you this. Oh, hold on, you guys. Forgot to raise it up.
If you look it up, you'll see that miners, while looking for gold in Los Angeles, they came across underground cities with reptilians and secret passageways and everything. And this goes back, almost 100 years ago, people. This is in your face 24/7.
So, the guy showed in Los Angeles that these things were underground. They had underground cities and that these miners found them down there. Okay? And the reason why they were down there, people, because they were bounded for thousands of years. And now the seal has been broken. They are now roaming the earth as humans, mingling with humans, and also murdering humans. Okay. Now, get this. California is facing a lot of fire. Yeah, that's going to be my next video. You want to know why they're facing a lot of fire? First of all, let's take this all the way back to what we about to say here. Let's list them, shall we? Bohemian Grove. Bohemian Grove is where these politicians were killing kids to the Our Militia, sacrificing them to Lucifer. Hollywood. Well, that's a whole soul selling as it is. You soul collect to get famous by selling your soul to Lucifer. Church of Satan. Church of Satan is over there. Their house is in a neighborhood. They the blackest house on the block. The Satanic Temple with their red cross. Promoting their red cross. Telling you to bleed for Satan. And give you the and they want you to give them their blood. Your blood. Okay, they want you to give them your blood. Okay. For Satan. So they have satanic chapters there too. And all kinds of junk that's not for the Lord. Okay. More wickedness. Also these reptilian underground cities. So there's fire in California. And they can't, and all the people want to know, why is that fire cannot be put out with water? People, I'm going to get to that in my next video. Okay? Because this is the unquenchable type of fire. This type of fire you cannot put out with water. And I've seen this in my vision. It's not going to be only in California, you guys. This fire is going to be all over. And it's going to be all over towards the wicked who ain't with God. Okay? They are making God angry. God is angry at the world right now because there's a lack of obedience. Lack of obedience. They are being disobedient to his holy name. So, in my next clip, I'm going to show you people complaining about the fires not being put out as much with water. Okay? Because the kind of fire that is God's working is that his fire is unquenchable. And when he put fire, you cannot put it out. Okay? There's going to be another Sodom and Gomorrah, but much worse, because this fire is going to be everywhere. And people think it's just going to be in California. No, it's going to spread throughout the world. Okay? And it's going to touch the wicked. So, wicked people who aren't with God, you best be prepared for that. Wicked fallen angels, you best be prepared for that. It's going to be another Sodom and Gomorrah. But much worse, because this fire is going to be all over the world. See, when God put fire in that city, it was just in that particular city. But no, this time it's going to be all over the world with fire. Okay? So, I will explain that in depth in my next clip. But this is where a lot of these reptilian demons are underground. Okay? And they're underground because they were bounded there for thousands of years and now they loose. Okay? So, that's one clip. Next clip will be this. Y'all need to see what they do to people.
I've seen areas where I was put into a clean room. If you know what a clean room is, has a drain in the middle of the floor where you can dissect somebody and you just hose everything down when you're done. It's called a clean room. And I knew that there was some reptilian doctors there on the other side of the door, but there was a platform evidently above the window I was working at, and there was humans up there, and there was, I don't know why they was pushing them off. It seemed like low gravity, and as they was falling, these things was coming out of the wall that looked like electrical conduit, and it would jab them each side of the leg and the inner side and suck all the fluid out of them, and they would look like mummies as as they was coming down, but they was coming down all the way to the floor, and they had the shorter reptilian guys down there, and they was throwing the bodies into these burners, and they had this thing on the ceiling that was like half moon shaped, silver, and it would go over to a pile of bodies and pick them up, vacuum them up, or whatever it was doing. I don't know how it was, probably vacuuming them up, and it would carry it over a batch of bodies over closer to a burner. And they had these the short reptilian guys just throwing the bodies and they're burning it up. It's that was kind of disturbing. I've seen
So he just described how these reptilians murder people. Now, he said these things came out the wall. Those were fallen angels shooting out the wall, draining the souls of those that were fallen, then burn them up. See, he said fluid, right? But notice what he mean when he said when they drained them, they became like mummies. That means they took their soul away, just like that. You understand? Now, when I had a vision about my uncle was a gang member. And you know how gang members roll, you guys. They get initiated by honoring and worshiping Lucifer and doing rituals by beating up, right? Beating someone up, right? So, in my vision, I seen where the hospital he died at. He's in the hospital bed near the wall. I could see nurses on the phone taking appointments. Here I see something take the sheet off his head, the covering off his head. And I said, oh, that's my uncle. And then I see this phantom demon with the chain connected to his hand towards my uncle. And here I am chasing this phantom demon. Guess where he went? He went into the darn wall. So he explains these things came out the wall, jabbed these people in the leg, and sucked them dry. They just took their soul instantly. These are fallen angels, you guys. That's how they do it. Okay? Now, he witnessed that, right? Now, let's look at the comments. Fake food, robots, aliens, guess next, the Antichrist, and then Jesus return. He said, you got to figure it out. Get a gun. Now, the gun, let me tell you about the gun. That don't harm demons. Because demons are already in a death state already. So, they already spirits. They can jump into different bodies. In order to destroy a demon, you will have to have the Holy Ghost with fire. Okay? To rebuke and cast out. Okay? That's the only way to get rid of demons. Okay? And God is going to get rid of them even more so with the fire of God. Okay? You got to have the fire of God. That's what they do not like. See how Elijah put fire of God on 3 sets, I think it was 3 sets of army. It was 2 sets of army. And the other set, that was the third set, was the generals getting burned up. Okay. He said, if I be a man of God, let the fire come down from heaven and consume you. And that fire burned these army officials up. Okay. So let's see. This one says, I'm not saying I don't believe you because I do. It seems a lot of people disappear in the States for some reason. He said, talk about vampires, plus they drink the blood, which is a temporary fix to you, plus hydrobromine in the blood gets them high. Okay. It says, I worked at that facility like felt like a dream until I saw this. He said, small world. Please tell me more. Everyone would like to hear. He said, I don't know if it was a ship, but it wasn't Earth. We're definitely disposing bodies. I was in the disposal unit. So I told him, if you were underground, sounds like hell because hell is close to the earth core. He didn't spine too much or nothing. He said it definitely was. He said it wasn't planet Earth. No, you were on Earth underground. You were under the ground, baby. You were in hell. Look, hell is down there. They disposing bodies in burners. He said burners, disposable unit. We're definitely disposing bodies in a disposal unit. Okay. This guy witnessed that. Now, here we go. He said, is this where all these missing people going? He said, no, I've been underground. See, he's doing a testing on children, whatever else they were doing in cages. One of the girls that got away said exactly this. They test on the kids and they like rabid animals you wouldn't believe was in the tunnels. I've been in there seeing that I was put in a temporary cage with a girl in the room because acting like an animal, freaking out, and the king got me. It was P there, was poking at her long sticks, said no clothes on. She had bows in her cage like a dog food bows on one blanket. Okay. You should see what's in the tunnels. I would believe what's in the hallways. Antique land everywhere. Garbage, dust, dirt, not real clean. So I said those demons purely evil. They disguise themselves as humans, can transform as such. Typical fallen angels who rebels against God. What they do to children is purely evil and provoke Jesus Christ to anger. Now, what they just described to you is what I seen in my vision. What I seen in my vision, you guys, I'm going to tell you what I saw. I would see visions of me being in government buildings, okay, where all the politicians are at. And all of a sudden, while I'm in there, I'm underneath the ground in underground facilities. And I'm seeing children being experimented on, okay? And I'm like pissed. I'm really pissed because the Holy Ghost within me is really pissed off, right? And I'm seeing this blob looking thing on a tray, like they done experiment on this thing. And I'm like, what is going on? You know, what kind of experimentation they doing down here? The type of things they doing down there, people, are they making hybrids of fallen angels and human beings. Okay. So they doing all kinds of things to children. Okay. One vision I had, I landed in a cave where they were doing things to children, okay, underground. And I was angry at that. And I said, what you doing against God? And they all looked at me. And they saw my spirit. And I woke up. Okay? But this stuff is happening. This stuff is happening. And he's telling it. He also talk about how they make cologne out of children. He talks about that in one of the comments. Okay. But I'm going to leave that in the description box below so y'all can see the comments he made and all that. Okay. But I'm going to go to the next video. This here. Let's see.
Bill Schneider was showing samples of what he claimed were unknown exotic metals. He provided maps of the underground dumbs.
Denver underground tunnels. Reptilians live in underground secret meeting with Freemasons. Okay, you can see. Those are maps of underground tunnels, you guys. Okay. That guy ended up getting killed because he was showing that.
And showed off dramatic scars that he claimed were from a violent skirmish with a non-human species deep underground. In January of 1996, Schneider was found dead in his home, days after he mysteriously died of strangulation.
So, when he showed that, they end up killing him. Okay? So, I'm going to leave that in the description box below. And go to the next one.
Investigations were never completed, and it was ruled a suicide.
Let's see here. I'm going to go down here. Okay, hold on, you guys. Let's see. Okay, open app. Let me see if I can get in it. Underground. Wait, let's go back. Unsolved underground city mysteries. Okay. The hidden tunnels of Los Angeles. Now that's what I saw in my vision. That's what I saw in my vision. Okay. I seen this like in a cave, and I seen this. Lots of times I seen this walking down. Okay, no windows, none. Right? Just like that. Just like that, you guys. There's no windows to escape. Okay. Now, you see some more. You see some more. We'll leave in the description box below. But they talk about each underground tunnels, underground cities. Okay. You see. Okay. I'm going to leave that in the description box below so you can see the underground of what they talk about. And that's under the pyramids there. Okay. Look at this. This one is interesting. It says, discovered in France, this underground city contains over 300 rooms, miles, or tunnels. Strangely, thousands of W2 soldiers' names are carved into the walls, but no one knows why. These soldiers was fighting them. They were fighting them, and they end up getting had. Let's go to this. Okay, I'm going to show you. Right here.
Bill, let's switch gears here, but we're still on the same topic of naval programs. What was the primary mission of the 1946 naval program known as Operation High Jump?
The U.S. was defeated by the Reptilians in 1947. So, 1947, let's see, World War II. (1947), the world was primarily focused on the aftermath of World War II. See how that ties into that? You see how that ties into that? Y'all see what I'm showing you, right? The Reptilians defeated the U.S. soldiers in 1947, took over the government. Yeah, okay. Hold on, you guys. Okay. So, the Paris Peace Treaty was signed on February 10th, officially ending the war with Italy and all these other countries. Y'all. This ties into them things. Oh my God, this ties into them darn things, man. To them darn demons, man. Okay, now, I'm going to leave more videos in the description box below about the underground cities. There's one thing else I want to show you guys. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, where is the one I want to... There's a... Okay. Here we go. Right here. It says, are the gray aliens really from Zeta Relica? Who are the grays? Now, right here. Demons can appear in person as physical beings in their own territory, such as satanic cults and occult Masonic lodges. However, they cannot always materialize in other places as they need to be in place where there's a higher occult frequency. That's why demons will only materialize in a person's house if the person has occult books or items in there. The underground military intelligence-based networks have been turned into occult satanic kingdoms, and to be admitted into this international intelligence network, you need to be a member of the satanic cult or be a high-level Freemason or occultist. Branton himself has stated that the Scottish Rite Rosicrucian and Jesuit orders exist for the purpose of identifying humans who are appropriate for alien-human interaction. Once a Jesuit Freemason, Rosicrucian Maternist order or Satanist has proven himself to be a disciple of Satan, he's usually admitted into an international intelligence network and given high-level security clearance to the underground-based network. These underground bases are controlled by demons, and just underneath the demons in hierarchy are the Jesuits, Rosicrucians, and other occultists. Some are human and some are reptilian shapeshifters. Okay. I believe the great aliens, which are organic robots, are actually used by demons as a body. They interdimensional demons possess the great organic robot bodies and have physical body which they can use. All the cattle mutilations which have happening are most likely the intelligent agencies collecting animal blood, DNA, and organs from cows, which made them be used to create the great alien organic robot bodies. Since most intelligent agencies recruits are members of the satanic cults, then it's part of the religion to serve these fallen angels, so they can continue to work in creating organic robot bodies for demons and performing other exploits for them. Do y'all see what I'm reading to you? I hope y'all see it. I hope you guys see what I'm talking about. How they doing this to take human form. I hope you see it. Okay? What is I'm reading to you? I'm reading to you what I've been saying all along. Right? King James Bible has been telling and warning people not to give in to these things, not to give in to the fallen ones, not to give in to them. Don't give heed to them. Make the demons flee, right? But these things can also transform into beings, and they can also take form of man as well. Thus, the facilities that are down there. Okay. So Area 51 is involved with that, as you can see. Okay, let's go back up. Listeners of the Conspiracy Radio Show Art Bell might also remember how disturbed and desperate caller called into Art Bell's radio show and told Art Bell that he used to work at Area 51, and the entire operation was run by non-human, interdimensional beings, fallen angels, or demons, or interdimensional. Okay, now this is a photography of Anton Levy, president of the Church of Satan, who worked for the Interpol. Okay, International Police. I told you how he was together with that, right? Photograph of Cole Michael Aquino, who was a high-level NSA officer. Photograph of OTO leader Crowley. Okay. Another thing I want to read you to guys. This is why people are being drained at jobs as well. Okay. Look at this. I'm going to read here. Let's see. Okay. I also believe they had assistance from fallen angels. This is why the NSA Interpol mainly recruit their members from satanic cults such as Temple of Set and the Church of Satanists. Both of the leaders of these cults both work for the NSA and Interpol. The reason why satanic cult members easily find jobs in high-level intelligence agency is because these agencies are run by fallen angels and ultimately Satan, who is an interdimensional being. Jesuit researcher, author of Petitions, Assassins, Eric John Phillips, also believes that all the intelligence agencies are run by demons at the very top. So, this is why it's so much chaos in the land. They have taken high-level positions, such as the government. Okay, so they work at the very top of the things. Okay. Do you see where I'm coming from with this? This is why it's such evilness in the land and people are idolizing them because they work at the top. Yeah. I'm going to leave that stuff in the description box below, you guys. But y'all need to see that. What I've been telling you. Hell is down in the earth core. These demons have been running amok for years. Okay. They've been running amok for years. Let me see if I can show you this here. Now, this person talks about, here we go, that the scrolls be names like ash from heaven. So this person tells the truth about every last one. That's what they involved with. George Walker Bush, blood oath handler, pedophile ring, architect, skull and bones intermediary. Hillary Rodham Clinton, ritual code carrier, handler of the bloodline contracts, theater to petition, false 3 and 9. William Jefferson Clinton, Epstein, Island VIP, reptilian hybrid, petition, assigned replicant. Donald John Trump, MK Ultra handler, groom under Rao Khan, child trafficking, tied to Mar-a-Lago tunnels. Barack Hussein Obama, CIA project monarch handler, connected to missing children through Operation Starseed. Jeffrey Epstein. What I told you guys. Ritual gatekeeper. Huh? The guy's a darn demon. All of them are. The more high you go in the ranking in this world, the more in connection with the demons you become with. Okay? So, I'm going to leave this in the description box below so y'all can see how all of this. Look, Queen Elizabeth, reptilian matriarch, oversaw royal blood offerings, deceased bodies, not what was buried. Prince Andrew, Epstein co-handler, ritual abuse confirmed, connection to petition protocol Z. CIA operative K, known child extractor, specialized in MK Delta fragmenting, currently cloaked in BlackRock Holdings. This person got every dips of what these people are doing, or what they handle. So I'm gonna leave that in the description box below, so y'all can see that the Bible has always been correct. The King James Bible has always been correct, not to heed to demons that have been loosed out of their prison. Okay, so yeah, there is a heaven and there is a hell. These demons come from the idea of hell because they were kicked out from heaven into hell. Okay, so people, I want you to serve Jesus Christ. I'm going to talk about the fire of God in my next video, to the reason why this land is going to be full of fire and destroying the wicked. Because of their wickedness, that fire is going to destroy them. Okay, so people, don't listen to demons. You serve this word here. They out here seeking on whom they can devour. People, serve this word here. Jesus Christ is God.